listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Thursday. It's trash day. April 27th, 2023. It's almost over. By Monday, there will not be an April 2023 again. Twasn't a bad month. Twas alright. I call April a recovery month. March was a disaster month. April was the recovery month. So can you imagine what May, June, July, and August is going to look like? It's all uphill from here. Welcome to the show. You know, is the government faking UFO situations? We know they are. But which ones? All of them? Very possible. And that makes that, you know, and the person who was talking about this is friends with all the people on that other side of ufology. I was really taken aback by what this person was saying, and you'll see in a minute. But that only means one thing. We're all delusional. Do you believe your lying eyes? Or do you believe the government setting everything up? That alone, right there, is very smart for the government to do. Because when there's a real UFO sighting, they get away with it. With not admitting anything. Oh, we don't know anything about that. Nothing showed up at NORAD. NORAD? Seriously? NORAD's supposed to see everything that comes in. Now, apparently, they've adjusted the parameters of that visualization limit. Now they can see objects that are smaller than 40 feet. How stupid are they? They had to adjust their parameters so they could see smaller objects like baboons. it's just lies, one after the other, after the other, after the other. But we pay them to lie, so you don't have a right to get mad. Nah, you have a right to get mad, but you really should. You should be happy. I'm happy the government lies. Yeah, because I know I can never trust them. And that to me is a security I can't explain to you. But knowing that you can't trust your government, even if I trusted them, nothing changes. Nothing. I do not have the power to veto a bill. I do not have the power to create laws. I am a one-man show. There's nothing I can do. But if we all get together, nothing will happen anyway. Because we're talking about national security. Right? You want to live, right? Yeah. Well, let us do our job and lie about the UFOs, all right? We know China's coming over here now. We know it. We know it. Kirkpatrick knows it from Arrow. Gillibrand knows it. Is it Jake Gyllenhaal or is it Jake Gyllenhaal? So why aren't we calling her Gillibrand? Why is it Gillibrand? I don't know. Let's do a little roll call. Get this shindig moving. I think I saw a super chat. William Bridges is here. Welcome to... Yeah, time for the Truth Zone. I like that. It is time for the Truth Zone with your host, Rich Giordano. Or Truthology for Ufology. They both work. Truth Zone's nice, but I think that's been used. Views with a Z. Welcome to Rebecca Wild. You almost got that. I scroll it, and then wherever the scroll lands, that's who's the first person I go to. Rebecca usually gets that 1, 2, or 3 spot. It's funny. Jeanette Angel. Welcome to the show. Chicken Noodle Soup. William Bridges. Welcome to the show. Jammer Travels. You're watching it on your big screen? So you're looking at the biggest ass in history right now. That's funny. See, I can make fun of myself because I got a great ass. I know it. Tony, how you doing? Welcome to the show. People have told me. Stars and night vision. Governments lie by default. That's their job. Same with police. They're trained that way. I've learned so much about police. Not because of my father. God, my dad's like, oh, yeah, they alter reports. Sure, they plant shit. Yeah, they plant shit all the time on the black guys. All the time. It's sad. That's how it was in the 60s, 70s. 2023, yesterday. It sucks. That's what's sad. That's why cameras are so important. Anytime you get pulled over, license and registration, please. Sure. Hand it to him because you have to by law. Can I ask why you pulled me over? You were speeding at 50 and a 35. Do you have me on radar? I'd like to see it. When was it last calibrated? Let me see your ID. Brooke is welcome to the show, but don't talk to the police. Just if they, hey, where you coming from? They're gonna act like they're your friend. Well, so where you coming from today? Can we just do the ticket if you're gonna write me one? I'd rather not tell you where hey, I'm just trying to have a conversation. No, you're trying to extract money from me, so you can go ahead and write your ticket and I'll see you in court. Sir, can you step out of the car, please? Do you suspect that I am armed and dangerous? Sir, I don't know what to expect, but you're being very confrontational. Why? Because I didn't answer your question? Because I didn't tell you where I was coming from? Where were you? What'd you do last night? Beat your wife? Yeah, those are the kind of videos I want to make. Because cops are corrupt and they're pigs and I can't stand them. I hate the cops. No, I used to love the cops. Until my father told me some things. He's like, they all do it. And if they don't, either they quit or they'll want to quit. I'm like, wow. If you don't get in line with everybody, nobody will like you. Nobody will talk to you. Nobody will be corrupt with you. People, it's so weird, the corruption, you guys. It's so insane. It goes all the way, everywhere. It's sad. Tony, I don't know if I said it. If I didn't, I'll say it again anyway. Welcome to the show. William Bridges, did I say it to you too? If not, welcome to the show. All right, let's get started in a galactic overhaul. Goofon's here. What are you saying, Big Mouth? All things good. How you doing? All right. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Andrea Coran. Welcome to the show. It means we got to do the show. What's up, Mr. McLeese? Helen, how you doing? Raging against the machine. I know there's no the. Got it. True Cyborg, giddy up. David Wilcox snuck through that door too. True Cyborg making an entrance. Andromeda Native got the memo today. Good to see you. Alfie Joe Bob is here.
Freestone.
Welcome to the show. 8 Infinity 8 is here. Hi, Melissa. Hey, good to see you. That was nice of you to stop by. The universe is here. The creator, Stu Gerson. Thor Panku is here. I like saying Cindy Lou. D quotes N from Israel. Well, welcome, Israel. Or is it? All right, now let's get started. What's this? China. Hey, what's up, Karen, the good twin? Johnny D made it. Hey, what do you say, JD? China is going to steal the moon. They're building that fake moon, right? They're going to steal the moon before anyone else, which they probably will. That's why they got rid of Trump and his Space Force. Bidophile already sold the moon to China. I know you're half joking, but you're not far from the truth. Isn't that weird? If not exactly. Hey, China and the Bidens. I like to call him bidophile, by the way. You just mix pedophile and him. Bidophile. I've been trying to get it to go viral on Twitter. Nobody retweets it. I don't know why. It's a great name. Bidophile. He is. You would know, and the algorithm doesn't pick it up. Bidophile. Bidophile. William Bonney made it. How you doing, WB? Samo, and that UFO chick. By the way, happy birthday 5 days ago. Staying out of here so we couldn't play the happy birthday song for you. I know, I saw. You didn't show up. We were ready for it. Well, happy birthday 5, 6, 7, 8 days ago, whenever it was. Yeah, we were all ready. Remember, everybody? Hey, Jason Summerow. What is up? It is good to see you. So, you want to meet at a rocket launch soon? Because they're shooting them up like hotcakes now. I haven't seen one yet. Jason, it's good to see you, man. You should call me. If you're going to call, not at this time. Any other time, I'll pick up. I will. I pick up for you. Metalhead. Wow. Well, he probably dabbled. He probably dabbled in it. But those pictures would have been out already if he did dabble. But he was on the island, and you know the island. Don't tell me he didn't know. Psst, hey, this is Epstein. Yeah? You know what he's got on the menu tonight for us, don't you? I heard we're having lamb chops. Ha, Trump. Come on, lamb chops? Lamb chops. I like lamb chops like anybody else. They're the best type of lamb, the chop. I'm not trying to do Trump. It's just funnier if you try. Trump the file. It's interesting. Life is life, Jason. Life is life right now. I got to tell you, I had an outing with my mom, planted some new plants. I've been having some early nights. Oh, okay. That's okay. I know you're on a different schedule than we are, probably in another country. So yeah, I get it. We were just ready for you. So next year, if you haven't gotten tired of the routine here, but maybe next year. Yeah. We don't do belateds here unless it's the day after. A day after, not a week. Sorry. All right. So I'm glad you're here. You look great for being a year older. Everybody, let's get this thing officially started. Continuing where we left off yesterday on the Joe Rogan Experience with James Fox. I'm going to continue right where we left off. I don't remember what was said, but it doesn't matter because you could pick up anywhere in any conversation and figure it out. So let's listen to another few minutes. And I didn't even get no copyright, nothing. I mean, it was clean play. I guess we're good to go. So here's a little Rogan and Fox to get you started for tonight. And we're going to talk about, you know what?
About Chinese balloons and weather balloons, and that's all noise. It's obfuscation and noise. Yeah, we know that all that stuff exists. But what about the core 5 or 10% of cases? And I'm going to give you some samples today that truly, after extensive and exhaustive investigation, not because of a lack of data, that defy a conventional explanation. And those are the cases that I'll share with you today when we're ready. But we can go back to moment of contact if you want.
Let's go right into it.
Oh, you want to go right into it?
I'm so excited.
All right.
You got me so pumped up.
Let's do it.
I'm so excited.
Here it is.
Oh, you got
Tyler?
it. You got it. That's
Yes,
the photo.
it's me.
I got a much better copy outside. But see the way it turns sideways? Now, let me tell you, if you ever see a photograph of a UFO, and I've talked to NASA analysis about this, and it has a clearly defined edge, it's probably a fake.
Dorothy.
They have something to do with it's blurred around the edges. They can't get a crisp photograph of a photograph. They think it has something to do with the propulsion, but again, that's not me saying this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If there's some sort of a field around it.
I have a much better copy outside, but yeah, this gives you an example.
You have a
Oh yeah,
much
don't
better
bring
copy
in the
than
good
that.
copy. Leave the bad copy outside.
Go get the bag.
That's what Joe just said. I haven't listened to this yet. Hey, while we're there, I want to thank Dorothy for the $4.44 on the PayPal. I forgot. See, I didn't mention it. If you want to help support the show, you guys know the routine. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. We are existing because of that. So, all the links are in the show description. So thank you, Dorothy. Yes, 444. I like the fours. I like the same numbers. I love fours. Four's always been a good number for me. Nines are always good. But my favorite number of all time is 3, just so you know. And my favorite color? It's orange. I know, you thought it was going to be blue. It's orange. Melissa Salas with $6 on YouTube, on PayPal. You did that too. Wow, I didn't even mention anything. Thank you so much. Unbelievable support already. Thank you, everyone. And I know there was another one, right? I thought Jeanette, hold on. You know me in Super Chats. Let me just handle this business. And then I'm going to start a new thing with Super Chats, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because you'll question it. Just trust me. I know what I'm doing. Jeanette, thank you for the 10 pound, 10 quid. I didn't forget. I did forget, but I didn't. But thank you. First one of the night, I think it was too. Did I already say thank you? Am I forgetting? It's possible. Oh my God. Well, thank you anyway. Mucho gusto, generoso. I may have done it. I have short-term memory for a reason, and I would have it right now for a reason. So thank you, Jeanette. Mucho gusto. Love you for that. That was nice. That was nice, guys. Guys, seriously, very nice of you to support like that. All right. It was All Things Good. 5 pound, 5 quid. Is that the one? No, that's just now. You just did that now? See, this is weird. It's jumping all over. I don't know why the chat room is jumping on me. Like, usually if I stop the scroll and leave it, it won't move when another chat comment comes in, but it did, and it took me off where I was at, so I didn't see the other supers. I know, I'm sorry. I say thank you to people. It's just who I am. I'm really getting angry right about now. Really. There's Jeanette's way early. This is my fault. See, this is where Coral would come in, and she wouldn't miss those for me. I need to have somebody be here on a consistent to help me out. Thank you, All Things Good. That's £5, £5. That's super duper love coming out of All Things Good. Got it. Love it. And thank you. Appreciate that. Chris Rogers throwing down £2, £2. It's a super dono, and I don't know much. I appreciate that. A continuing supporter of Goof On, right. Continuing supporter. Wait. Oh my God, I can't remember what I was just doing. All right, I remembered. God. I'm going to the section to see if I missed anybody else. Okay, so we got Jeanette, Chris Rogers, All Things Good. Okay. And I believe that was Jason Summerow. Thanks, Chris Rogers. I appreciate it, buddy. And Jason, $9.99. $10. Your tax dollars right back at you. Well, thank you very much. That was good. Yeah, we're almost to 40%. We're almost 40% taxes. Yeah, thank you very much, Jason. I'm not sure, but I think that's your first super chat here. Even if it isn't, just thank him anyway. Thank you, Jason Summerow, for the $10 tax dollars at work. Super chat. That was terrible. Hey, you do it next. Thanks, Jason. Summerow. Now cats do that. Thanks, Jason, again. You guys are unbelievably nice today. What did I do? Rob! Hey, man, welcome to the show. $10, throwing down love. It's a super chat. It says, hi, Rich. Man, good to, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss a thing. You just got here. For 25 minutes, we've just been casual talk, but I'm starting to play the Joe Rogan, James Fox for a few more minutes. So thank you, Robert. Coming to hang out. Appreciate the support. You're definitely a continuing supporter of Goof On. All right. And we're going to get back. And I am going to start my new way of doing things with super chats and other things. So we don't have so many interruptions. Because I get email after email saying, do you have to do this? Do you have to do that? Nobody does this. You're the only one who does it. It's annoying. So I figured out a way that I could make things less annoying. I almost said unannoying. All right. Okay. So it's not annoying to me, but sometimes when I'm watching my own show back, and I'll be talking about something, and then a super chat comes in, and I won't talk about what we were talking about anymore. And then the next 10 minutes, I'll talk about something else. Never go back to what I was talking about. That's frustrating. And I've been in trouble for doing that in the past. And I'm trying to be a little more smooth, but I don't think you guys even notice. Like, only a couple of people really notice this stuff. So I don't know if I'm worrying about the few more than I should worry about the many. But I think there's a happy medium I found here, so let's try it out. Robert Wilhelm, grazie, mucho gusto, generoso. Lynn Berger, welcome to the show. You have a show. I have the show on mute because my cousin's in. Oh, well, I can't blame you for that. No problem. All right. let's continue with James Fox on Joe Rogan. And they were just talking about, well, let me go back 30 seconds. Here we go.
Exhaustive investigation, not because of a lack of data, that defy a conventional explanation. And those are the cases that I'll share with you today when we're ready. But we can go back to moment of contact if you want.
Let's go right into it.
Oh, you want to go right into it?
I'm so excited.
All right,
You got me so pumped up.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here it is.
Oh, you got it.
That's the
You
photo.
got it. That's the photo. I got a much better copy outside. But see the way it turns sideways? Now, let me tell you, if you ever see a photograph of a UFO, and I've talked to NASA analysis about this, and it has a clearly defined edge, it's probably a fake. They have something to do with it's blurred around the edges. They can't get a crisp photograph of a photograph. They think it has something to do with the propulsion. But again, that's not me saying this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. How stupid is that? If the edges are too defined, it's fake. Show me a comparison. And what they'll do, they'll say, you see this one? This object was moving at supposedly 400 miles. Of course, it's going to be a little blurry around the edges. This one's clear. It can't be real. Well, was it moving? No, it wasn't moving.
If there's some sort of a field around it.
I have a much better copy outside. But
there's no field. People came up with this field around the UFO when Jaime Maussan captured the Eclipse UFO around the air show that one year, 92 or 5, whenever it all started for real, on TV with the craziness and reality TV. And they kept saying, there's this field. No, it's pixelating. It's the camera. It's an anomaly. It's just like when they have the object going across the screen and behind it, you see a little trail. And that's where Jeremy Corbell says, now that's not an anomaly from the camera. Yes, it is. It's pixelating. Depends on the frames per second. Lots of setting options. I mean, anything. Is it night vision? Is it infrared? You know what I mean? Same thing. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean. All right, here we go. So,
example.
You have a much better copy than this?
I do. I scanned it from the original. It's in my bag.
Go get the bag.
Should I go get it?
Go get
yes.
I'll go get it right now.
Look at Joe. See, that's why I like Joe. He said what I was thinking.
That was right there. Exciting.
Sorry about that.
Keep that up on the screen, please, Jamie. Can I see the full how it's?
Okay, here it is. Look at this.
God, it's oddly centered.
This is
perfect.
Sent to me. This is sent to me by the guy who shot the Polaroid. Okay, there's his handwriting. This came from Australia. Boom. Here it is. Check it out. And see the way it's sideways like that?
Yeah. I'm gonna put on my old man glasses.
Yeah, I know, right? I got mine too.
Did you hear what Joe said? He goes, it's curiously centered. Like the object is almost perfectly in the center of the picture. But what Joe also fails to remember is that people can edit it that way, crop it. You know what I mean? That's why I like my UFO picture where people, the debunkers were saying it was a camera, because I have it all the way at the edge, because I didn't see it. I was taking a picture of the landscape. I didn't know that object was there. So I have a legitimate, you've seen the picture. It's legit. It's not a camera in the sky. And here I don't have it centered. Do you think Joe Rogan would say, what the fuck? Why do you have it halfway in and halfway out of the picture? What is it, faked? Is it connected to something? It's never going to be good enough. It won't be, because when things are too good to be true, they usually are. In my situation, my picture doesn't seem to be, it's incredible. Don't get me wrong. It is probably one of the best UFO photos ever taken in history. And I have it. And I think it is one of the best that's ever been publicized. That isn't fake. It is. Pound for pound, my picture is, my UFO is probably one of the best I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that. And out of over 21,000 hours looking for this stuff, and that's what I got. One picture. That's it. and it was by accident. And I wasn't looking for it at the time. Usually when I go looking for it, you don't find it, right? It's funny how that works. They gave me a gift in Sedona. I didn't even know about it till 5 months after when I was looking in the pictures when the card got full. And I was like, oh, let me download this to the computer. And when I put it on the TV, actually, I saw it because it was so big on the TV. I'm like, what is that?
And we can get into.
Now they're looking at the clear photo of what we just.
I'm going to put.
This is the UFO that the person in the airplane flew by.
My number one problem always with these things is that I want it to be true so bad that I worry that my rational, logical mind ignores all the possibilities of it being bullshit.
Don't look at any one particular case. What you have to do.
I mean, I'm looking at it like this photograph. That's pretty good.
That's the same one. That's the same photo.
So
does that look like that,
you got to look at it like that.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Real similar, bro.
I mean,
it's a bell. It's a school bell. Time's up, bitches. That's what they're telling. That's what it tells us.
So,
Time's up.
I didn't realize I could do that.
You can't base this stuff on any one.
Bell, James, he proved it. It's over.
You can't base
up. Jamie's on the case.
Hey, all I could say is that you talk to the witnesses.
I think if you picked it up, there's a hamburger underneath it. That's what I think. It's like a fancy restaurant hamburger.
Monsieur, here's your meal, sir. Monsieur, it is waffle thin.
You know the kind where they don't put the bun together.
And a slight.
I'm looking for the picture for
buzzing.
you.
Go back to a moment. I'm going to give you some samples today that I'll share with you today when we're ready. But we can go back to a moment. They have something to do with a.
It's that one. That's fake.
They can't get a crisp photograph.
That's a balloon.
They think it has something to do with the propulsion, but again, that's not me saying this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If there's some sort of
isn't that the fake one?
I have a much better copy outside, but yeah, this gives you an example.
Or is that real?
You have a much better copy than this?
I do. I scanned it from the original.
Guys,
it's in my bag.
I forget.
Get the bag.
Should I go get it?
Go get the
bag.
bag.
I'll go get it right now. Sorry.
Get the bag, man.
There you go, Tony. See, I feel what you feel.
Exciting.
Sorry about that.
Keep that up on the screen, please, Jamie. Can I see the full?
Can you imagine the conversation me and Joe would have?
It's oddly centered.
About everything.
Sent to me. This is sent to me by the guy who shot the Polaroid. Okay, there's his handwriting. This came from Australia. Boom.
Guys, isn't this the fake one?
Check it out. And see the way it's sideways like that?
Yeah.
This is the fake one. It's real,
I
Tony?
know, right? I got mine too.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is.
We can get into.
It's hard to see, I know.
My argument.
They don't show it anymore. That's why I opened up.
NASA
Here it is.
Analysis about this.
Come on.
And it has a clearly defined edge.
It's hard to see. If you're on a cell phone, that's as good as I can get it.
Somehow they have something to do with it's blurred around the edges. They don't
they
can't get a crisp.
Oh my God. I can't. This is really silly. This is fake. Yeah, this is fake. I remember now. That was deemed fake.
Photograph. They think it has something to do
with this. Like, that's the kind of guy if you're a propulsion system that was baffling.
One more minute.
And you had some wizard who likes to make hydrogen-powered Corvettes, and he put a rocket engine in the back of a Honda. Did you ever see that?
Joe's high as fuck.
He's a psycho.
Look at his eyes.
So he's a guy who understands propulsion systems. He's clearly brilliant. You listen to the guy talk. He's off the charts intelligent.
Yeah.
And you would say, hey, let's bring the fucking psycho over here. Let's have that guy go down there. I mean, this guy's out there in the fucking desert shooting AK-47s and shit. He's a wild man, right?
He is.
So you bring that guy and you tell him, hey, tell us what this is. Go to work. And he's walking around there and he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's the kind of guy if you're at the end of your rope.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a brilliant person. If you're a brilliant person and you happen to be a general or happen to be someone who's in charge over there and you are thinking, like, we got to look outside the box. Like, we got to do something. We got to bring in other perspectives. And you got to bring in someone that's not going to be able to communicate with other scientists. This is part of the problem. You can't share data.
Right.
They can't peer review with other scientists all over the world because it's top secret shit. So everything has to stay within this small group, very small group of people, and none of them are cracking it.
Right.
All of them they bring in, they're fucking stunned and baffled. So you keep funneling new people in. They do experiments. Something blows up. Some people die. And you're like, okay, Try some more. What else you got? I got this guy at Los Alamos Lab. He puts fucking rocket engines in the back of Hondas, and he's a propulsion's expert. He's kind of nuts, but maybe bring him in.
Yeah. So,
and then they don't vet him. Really, like they didn't know he's got the brothel. He's got a couple of girlfriends. A wife that he's trying to get rid of, who mysteriously died from a poison that only 2 people on the earth know how to make, and Bob was one of them. But they didn't find any evidence, and the guy's a recluse. Why they would choose Bob Lazar? Probably because he was expendable. Like, if he blew up, who's really going to miss him? Couple of broads, right? Didn't seem like he had a big family. I think he has a sister. What's her name? Bobert? Roberta? Her name's Roberta. It's gotta be. All right, well, we'll continue another day, another day on tomorrow on James Fox and Joe Rogan. It's actually pretty good. It's not that bad. Joe's funny in this one because he's high. He is good, though. So, I want to... I'm getting really frustrated. I don't understand. And maybe he's doing it on purpose, but this UFO Jesus guy posted something today, Twitter. It didn't make any sense to me. And I'm trying to figure it out, but I did comment. He says someone like Avi Loeb is a real UFO skeptic. What? What? Avi Loeb, a UFO skeptic? Hardly. He says what happened, though, among many, is that UFO skeptic has become too mean. You must see UFOs as a non-mystery. It's almost certainly a nothing burger. Avi Loeb emphasizes we won't know until we do the science. He's superior skeptic. No. I said, what? Are we living in a different universe? He's a believer, a gullible believer too. Why else would he orchestrate the Galileo project? He's trying to find more Oumuamua out there because he thinks they are ships. And then I said, I think you're messing with us, saying he's a skeptic. Either that or question mark, I don't know. Avi Loeb? A skeptic? See, something as simple as that makes it clear to me that the critical thinking just isn't there for some of us. And for some it is. Yeah, I don't understand how he could say that. And he knows Avi. I think he's even talked to Avi. Everybody's talked to Avi Loeb. Doesn't seem like a skeptic to me. I hear Avi Loeb saying, hey, look, I'm paraphrasing, but I hear him say, I'm a believer, but to really be 100% sure, we need evidence. And the science will get us that evidence. That's what I hear him saying. Or else why would he put his name out there saying Oumuamua is an alien spaceship disguised as a rock? Although we didn't get any pictures of it. We just got the radar. Amazing. It's a weird world we live in. How we see things so black and white, and yet the truth is right there. It really is. The mind is so amazing to me, how people can just 180 degrees. I don't know. And somebody said, indeed, as a scientist, he's just the operator doing the experiments, as it should be. He also likes to theorize. And he uses that to direct where and what experiments should be made. Right. Somebody says, I think it's good Avi Loeb is talking about this. It'll get more mainstream. No, you don't want mainstream media talking about UFOs unless it's somebody who knows what they're talking about, and there's only one person, and he doesn't even know what he's talking about, and I'm talking about Tucker Carlson. So this person, World War III, he goes by on Twitter, says, again, we see giant ships coming out from under the sun and entering different places. The sun is a spatial portal. We have seen this on third phase of moon, into thin air, and these are strange anomalies. I'm wondering, we got this camera that looks at the sun and it takes it in infrared and all this other, all different spectrums of the spectrum, the light spectrum. My brain is going 1,000 miles an hour. Slow down. I think these objects are not objects at all. I think they're pieces of radiation going through the sky, and it looks like a streak of light for a second. I just have a feeling that it has to do with the energy the sun gives off, and these flashes just streak through the sky because of this energy. You know what I mean? Kind of like static electricity coming off the sun. What a great way to put that. It's like the sun has static electricity, and that's what we're going to see. I believe that's what these objects might be, just static. Harmless noise. They may look like they're flying ships into the sun or out of the sun. And maybe that's true, but they're just energy particles of some sort. And that's what I feel. I can't prove it. I'd rather it be ships, though. Check it out. That's interesting. That's different. That right there is different. I admit that. Yep. When it's just one streak of light, but that's different. Plasma. Maybe that's just plasma, static electricity. Wow. Wait a second. That's different. I've never seen these before. What? Wait a second. What? That looks like a real ship. Come on. There's so much we don't know. So much we don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing. Did you hear me? It's amazing. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. Come on. You have to do the eyes, they say. Pupils. Dilate. Come on, Cam. I still have that burn. It's almost gone on my thumb. I've been picking at it. I burnt my thumb with my lighter. Didn't even know it. Congress, as you know, has been in the news since the congressional hearings, which, by the way, were terrible. Congress has been told names of projects, though, where the craft are located and what the projects have been doing, and Danny Sheehan was seen representing them. Is this a big announcement? What do you think? Take a listen from Bob McGuire on Twitter, of all people. The Bob McGuire. Whoa, this is a whole show?
Discord platform. Also, the high-level class.
My goodness me, mate.
Oh, I didn't know it was the show.
There's so much going on. I'm so excited. I've just read Josh Boswell's Daily Mail.
Ugh, I can't even look at this POS. Can't. Nope, not interested. Nope. I've got other things I want to say about Ross Cuckold. Think about these people, man. They act like they're skeptical, and then they turn around and support the biggest liars in the industry. Skinwalker Ranch, Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp. All of these people have failed miserably. And I'm not saying that lightly. It is true. They have failed the UFO community because what have we learned from them? What have we learned? That's what I thought. I put a poll in the chat today. Is there proof the U.S. government faked UFO situations? Real evidence, not hearsay. Is there proof? 58 already said yes, and 42% said no. I don't put maybe in most of my polls because it's either one or the other. I'm not giving you a maybe. Maybe, that's cop out. No copping out. Come to GoofOn, I need to know. What do you think? Are they faking it? So what's the proof they're faking it? Well, the proof is they've been caught lying, retracting, and there's so much evidence out there. They even admitted they lied. They admitted. We've had to keep some things as, they're top secret. So, we can't tell everybody everything. Of course we have to lie. I'm not going to end that poll yet, but I'm going to end it now because I already put my thought into it, and that'll sway some votes. So I'm ending the poll. 111 votes. 56 say, yeah, there's proof that the government faked, and no for 43%. Interesting poll. Hey, Bob Perkins, how you doing? Michelle, alien girl, what do you say? How do you be? Yeah, we're supposed to have rain on and off starting now. It's supposed to start at after 5, they said today, but it looks like it's just very, very cloudy. All right, I got a couple of super chats here. I told you I put hey, Rebellious Unknown is here. It's Thursday. Fuck. I didn't work out because I was going to work out after my show. I forgot we had the show. So I'll just work out a little later. Oh, man, I forgot. Yeah, going on Rebellious Unknown right after tonight's show, which is my favorite time to be around people. All right, I don't see any. I see William Bridges. Just to fill in the blanks from earlier, we were talking about, 111s, 222, as Dorothy sent in $4.44 saying, I know you like 444, and then I said, I like actual 333222, and my favorite number is 3. William Bridges with $3.33 just to fill in the blanks. Very smart. Thank you. Thank you. See, it's okay. What I do is I hold the super chats until there's time where I can talk and get them out there without killing a conversation. And the next one is Andromeda Native with $5 super dono. And for those who don't know, for the new people here, a dono is a donation with no comment, no emoji. Capiche? Grazie, I almost said Amidria. Andromeda Native, thank you for your support as well. continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. Rebellious Unknown says, don't worry, Rich. We'll make you laugh so much, it'll be an ab workout. It is ab day. It is ab day. What was I? Oh, I was doing chest and abs. I could do my boobs again. See? I can make them dance now. I'm happy. I lost my ability to make my boobs dance. But now I have that abilities back. I'm one of those guys who could juggle his boobs. You know those guys. Yeah, like, you know. Why am I sore? I haven't done chest in a while. See, I could do this. That's not sexual. But if a woman did that, forget about it. Be 400 people here. All right. Phenomenon Con 2022. Remember that? God, those were the days. Audience member asks Skinwalker crew if they believe Bigelow era stories were exaggerated or not. Travis Taylor replies, Greenstreet's a lying asshole, and wonders who is paying him to be a debunker. And you, please don't get upset with me if I have a show like the other night where I swore 44 times and had to re-edit the show and post it up for things that I said. Don't get mad at me anymore about that. You should be happy because I tell the truth. Travis Taylor doesn't like the truth either, like Gary Nolan and the UAPTF crew. They don't understand what that means. So when they get defensive about Skinwalker Ranch not having any evidence and start swearing at people, calling us swines and pigs and stinky swiney pigs and assholes like he just did to Greenstreet, you hit a button. Because if there was evidence there, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say, yeah, Greenstreet's an asshole. He'd say, Greenstreet doesn't know what he's talking about. We've got the proof. If they had the evidence, if they had the proof, that's what he would say. But since they don't have any, you attack the guy's character. Because that's all you got. Because you ain't got evidence, Jack. Well, let's listen to that, just so you get a good idea of Travis Taylor. These guys are not nice guys. I don't care what anybody says. These are men, and I know shady men, and these are shady men. They are paid to be this way, though. And here we go.
And I often wonder about is that there's a lot of research that happened before you guys got on the ranch with the Didsdays and Bigelow and all that, but you guys aren't privy to any of that, from what I understand.
That's right.
And I mean, one of the things I wanted to ask about is whether that creates tension. And then also I've heard on various podcasts, and I think it was you on the podcast talking about how there was some talk of there being some exaggerations in reports that went on before that, and you know, throwing that out there like that.
Did you see Dragon when he looked this way? When that guy said there were exaggeration on the reports, look at Dragon. He turns his head and looks at somebody.
Talking about how there was some talk of there being some exaggerations in reports that went on before that.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder who exaggerated on the report. Bing. He's not looking at him. He's looking past even this guy, I think. There's somebody else here.
And, you know, throwing that out there like
wow, what a dirty look. Did you see that? Wow.
Some exaggerations in reports that went on before that, and, you know.
Wow, even the sour lip.
Throwing that out there like that makes me question a lot of things that I read in various books, which you mentioned was full of ghost stories.
Yeah.
So I'm asking what was exaggerated in the previous reports, and how do you feel about that information and being able to go back and...
Why is he shaking his head yes?
Not access.
I want to jump on that first, Cameron. I'll let you, because I don't know if Chris told you or whatever. But Greenstreet's a lie. That's mine. You can use that as a quote, right?
Wow. The first thing he says, Greenstreet's a lying asshole. I'm going to play the rest out without interrupting.
That comes mostly from him. trying to debunk everything. He says stuff that is completely untrue. In fact, and in fact, he even said, even in an article that he wrote, said my alleged college education. And all you gotta do is go look at that. That's public knowledge. You can go look at my diplomas. You can call every university I went to and they'll give you that information. So from the start of the article, he starts with an intent. And the question is, what is that intent and who is pressuring him or paying him for that intent? So, and there's several others like that. Mick West, Mick West is a nice guy. And I've talked with Mick West, telling him things he's done wrong on his debunking stuff, but he has an agenda that somehow these guys are driven by something to start out with discrediting people and debunking whether or not it's real or not. It's different.
Sorry, I had to stop. All right, 10 more seconds.
Scientific method's fine for you to have arguments with your peers, right? This is a completely different animal, and it's something that is toxic. Now, that said...
No, I'm going to go back to the 1 minute mark where he starts talking. And this is why GoofOn is what GoofOn is. We're gonna show you why this is just awful. You could see everybody's body language. You could see it. Look, Travis is starting to talk. Look what everybody's doing. They know shit's about to go down. Isn't that weird? Nobody's even looking at.
Green Street's a lying asshole. That's mine.
Green Street's a lying asshole. He reaches to get more food. He's wondering, did I just hear what he said? And this guy's about to drink because he just got dry mouth.
You can use that as a quote, right? That comes mostly from him, trying to debunk everything. He said,
why? What's wrong with trying to debunk shit? Look at him dragging in the middle, looking right at the camera like, Travis knows nothing. I know more than... They're all egomaniacs. Each one, I don't know. This guy doesn't even know where he is.
Says stuff that is completely untrue. In fact, and in fact,
it's not untrue. And what is wrong with people trying to debunk you? Does anybody understand this logic? Why we're pigs and swines because we want real data? How did we become the bad guy? You know why? Because their feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. You're mean. You said some things that I know are true, but I can't say they're true, but I'm going to act mad to act like I don't care about you. When in fact, I know you're true because I can't say it. I'm lonely. I need to make up dreams. I need to see shadows and things. Am I talking about me? Let's move on a little more.
Even in an article that he wrote, said my alleged college education. And all you gotta do is go look at that. That's public knowledge. You can go look at my diplomas. You can call every...
It's called sarcasm. Of course you have a college education. You've got degrees up the yin-yang. Stephen Greenstreet is giving you a hard time. Be a man. Oh, well, identify as a man, I guess. I don't know anymore.
Every university I went to, and they'll give you that information. So from the start of the article, he starts with an intent. And the question is, what is that intent? And who is pressuring him or paying him for that intent? So, and there's several others like that. Mick West, Mick West is a nice guy. And I've talked with Mick West, telling him.
Here you go. Build him up and then bring him down. That's the typical asshole move. Just don't say he's a nice guy, but I've had to teach Mick West how he was wrong. Can you believe the arrogance on this little prick? Unbelievable. Like, Mick West was right about something and Travis didn't believe him. He says, here's where you're wrong. Like, he's the authority. But because we haven't been to Skinwalker Ranch, we don't know what's going on. No, we're going by what you're showing us, what you're telling us on the TV scam. Unless you want to tell us it's all for TV, Travis.
things he's done wrong on his debunking stuff, but he has an agenda that somehow these guys are driven
Listen to
by
this. Listen to
something
arrogance.
is pressuring him or paying him for that intent. So, and there's several others like that. Mick West, Mick West is a nice guy. And I've talked with Mick West, telling him things he's done wrong on his debunking stuff, but
telling him things he's done wrong on his debunk. Look, I don't know who you think you are that you need to tell somebody their debunk is wrong. I do that. It's totally different though. This is a different situation anyway. Anything that goes on TV, because that's all we have to go by. So we get everything that they're showing us and talking about. And Travis is saying, here's where you're wrong. That's fine. But the way he's talking, it's like, I had to put him straight. He's got this attitude. I had to set him straight on a debunk that he was wrong about. He's so mad right now because he got called out for exaggerating claims. It's a fact. They exaggerated claims on Skinwalker Ranch. So what's wrong with asking that question? I don't know, but Stephen Greenstreet seems to be doing his job a little too good for Travis. Hitting home a little bit there, T? What's the matter? And you could see Travis get redder and redder as he was talking. He's just so angry. Angry.
But he has an agenda that is somehow...
No, it's not an agenda.
These guys are driven by something.
No, we're not paid. Nobody's paid. None of those guys are paid to debunk them. Nobody's paid. Nobody's saying, like Elizondo thought Greer was paying me in Third Phase of Moon and anybody else that was talking shit about him. Do you know how stupid that sounds? That's in your world. You see, that's how you do things. It's like the jealous boyfriend syndrome. The jealous boyfriend's girlfriend never cheated on him. But because he cheats, he thinks she is. So he accuses her of cheating. And he becomes an asshole. This way, he feels better about what he's doing. Same thing here. It's the same exact psychological thriller right here in front of us that we're having. He's upset. So he's trying to turn the tables. It's so funny. It's the same exact thing. You're doing the bad shit and you got called out on it. So now you're trying to say they did the bad shit. It's amazing. And what is wrong with asking that question? Were there exaggerated claims? And Travis could say it like this. People get excited, man. It's a paranormal thing. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but, sometimes people, in the moment when they write this stuff down, they're excited. So, maybe unintentional exaggeration, maybe. See, that's how you do it. You don't say, Stephen Greenstreet's a lying a-hole. You're a TV guy, man. You got to uphold an image. But you know what? They think they're untouchable. And none of them are. The whole Skinwalker crew acts this way. UAPTF, same thing. They all act this way. They are better than you and I. Now, I may sound like I'm talking like I'm better than they are, because I am in this field. Yeah. So I think I could talk this way. It's okay. It's like a black guy saying the N-word. I can say what I want about anybody in ufology that I don't think is doing the right thing, doesn't have enough experience to say the right stuff. And if I became that visual, like I'm on TV, you would never hear me swear again on a show. No, I can't say that's true. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do what he did. I'd swear. I don't know. I really don't know. Things are so different now since the last time I was on anything TV was in '09. So things are a lot different now.
To start out with discrediting people and debunking whether or not it's real or not. It's different. Scientific method's fine for you to have arguments with your peers, right? This is a completely different animal, and it's something that is toxic.
They make it toxic because they get so defensive and they lash out. Greenstreet did nothing wrong. Mick West was just trying to find the truth out about things. He's not attacking them, but they come back and attack their character. Just same way we were attacked. I'm a Nazi, racist, misogynistic, everything. I'm all, everything. They've said it so much, I don't even hear it anymore. I just don't care because now it's funny. Now, to me, when somebody says that, I can actually laugh and say, my God, you're probably right about some of those things. I don't care. It just, anybody can say anything. And I may have fun with it and because that's me. But I really don't care. It's great. Yeah. And now 6 whistleblowers who claim they worked on military UFO programs retrieving and analyzing crash material have come forward to spill their secrets to senior members of Congress. Yay. Danny Sheehan said he's in contact with at least 6 former government officials or military contractors who say they worked on UFO programs. Do you hear that? It's history repeating itself. You can just hear it in the distance. June 10th. June 10th, what? What? History repeats itself. Where? Washing machine? Oh, Washington, D.C.? Cousins brothers? Oh. Greer. Oh, the Greer. Yeah. That's coming up in June. Don't forget. June 10th, not the 12th. I will be out there, I think, on the 10th. The whistleblowers claim they worked on Roswell-style UFO crash retrieval and reverse engineering programs and have spoken to members in Congress. The attorney, Sheehan, is launching a watchdog charity pushing for greater government transparency on UFOs. Yay! I think we have a super chat. Tony McClear, £10, 10 quid, a super dono, don't you know? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Didn't you already do one earlier? Thank you. I appreciate the support, Tony. Mucho gusto, generoso, sir. Tony McClear throwing down a dono. Thanks, man. I'm just feeling. I can't believe we're almost done with ufology. It's almost over. Thanks, Tony. Solar Marshall. Hey, man. Dragon's been with Fugal since they were little kids. So 5 years ago. Yeah. So they know each other 5 years. No wonder why Dragon doesn't give a shit. He's probably the one who exaggerated. You're right, Solar. Mick West will hand these guys their butts. That's why they are mad at Mick West. And all of Twitter gets mad anytime Mick West comes up with a brand new debunk. Have you noticed that there hasn't been a lot of UFO footage lately coming from that side? I mean, Corbell didn't give us anything, so forget that. But I'm talking anything. I haven't seen anything. Need the job to be done well. If not, we have tons of Lazars. No agenda, man. We don't want to waste our time. No agenda, man. We don't want to waste our time. Pretty much. Travis does have an agenda. He's got the agenda. Yeah. I don't either, views with a Z. I don't either. Hey, Baza de Bear. Holy schmokey. How you been? Love seeing you here. Thanks for hanging out. Cool. Ms. DJ. Hello, goof on gents. There you go. Someday, Ms. DJ, we're going to meet. We're going to do a show together. And it's going to be the most viral UFO show, surpassing all of Joe Rogan's all combined UFO shows in one show. We will get 30 million views. But we won't get paid a cent. Would you still do it? Of course. Unbelievable. All right, let's move on. I have to do the the workout after I do the show after this. So don't forget, at top of next hour, at 9 p.m. Eastern in 44 minutes, we're going to be on Rebellious Unknown. All right, guys, I got to show you something that is alien. And if this is real, in my whole life, I've never seen anything like this. I don't know if this is real, but dang it must be. Please tell me if this is real or fake. Looks real, right? Come on! No! See, come on! I had no idea. Did anybody know this was real? That's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Oh. How? How does that happen? It's unbelievable. No, that's real. It's real. I don't play fake stuff here. All right, let's. James Fox. No, wait. James Fox has a message from Intel insiders that he shares on the Joe Rogan podcast. Kilpatrick is not the one. What? What is this? All right, I got to see what this is. It's just sent to me. Somebody sent this to me.
A reaction to the latest hearing that happened with Gillibrand just a couple of days ago.
See, he says Gillibrand.
I will remain anonymous, but I've been monitoring the UFO, and I met this guy. I know this guy. This guy's legit. The UFO, UAP activity, and the authorities' response to them. I can assure you there's a lot more evidence behind the curtain that hasn't been released.
Oh, he knows this guy.
First, our military
because he met him
and have been seeing remarkable things in the sky, in the oceans, and on the land for years. Of those reported, where does all this information get stored? Authorities would have you believe that this data is destroyed, but unique data is stored somewhere to be reviewed later. And as someone that has seen the classified holdings, I am very disappointed in the fact that Dr. Kirkpatrick showed some of the most mundane videos to the public. I do understand that there are security factors to be considered, so I'm hoping that Senator Gillibrand saw something much more interesting in her closed-door hearing with Kirkpatrick. And why did only 2 senators show up for the hearing? Have they lost faith in Kirkpatrick already? I applaud Senator Gillibrand's efforts to find the truth, but I am more sure than ever that Kirkpatrick is not the one.
Interesting. So he's withholding some information.
Yeah, these people went on camera for me. It's going to be released when the time is right. But I've got,
Again, it's one of those things conveniently, like Lucy pulling the ball away from Charlie Brown.
It's
right when you get close.
It's so frustrating.
I can.
So this goes back to my main topic tonight. Is the government faking UFO situations? Yeah. They are. They are. I have lost faith in the whistleblower community. I don't see anybody saying anything new that would warrant people to research it. None of the whistleblowers are bringing evidence, no documentation, no pictures, no video, just stories. And I don't mind the stories. But what I do mind is the lack of evidence, and that anybody can just make it up. And when Greer does his thing in June, I am positive these people were vetted like nobody's business. So all of those things that I'm talking about that annoy me about the whistleblowers may be handled and done correctly this time. Maybe there is some evidence that's going to pop up at this new NPC Part 2 thing. You know? Maybe. I want to show you something else too. I've got a lot of stuff to go over and I'm running out of time, but hold on a second. All right, this is funny. So I debunked a video today pretty easily. Check this out. Just for fun. This World War III on Twitter has the worst stuff ever. Watch.
Запись, просматривая которую замирает сердце и появляются мурашки по коже. К счастью, кто-то с суперсилой, как у героя комиксов по имени Флэш, спас их ровно за секунду до падения огромного булыжника, который, вероятнее всего, упал с крыши рядом находившегося дома.
The whole thing's fake. When it comes in off the screen, it just... It appears here, but it doesn't appear at the edge of the screen. And I don't know if I'll be able to... I've got an issue with my pop-ups that you can't see, which prohibits me from getting to that part of the screen. Here. See, it just ruined it for me. You motherless whore. I just screwed it up. Let's do this. See what I mean? You can see it's a square. Watch. See? It's just put in there, the blur. But look where, I mean, this is the first place it starts. It should be halfway in, halfway out. It shouldn't just start here. It's fake. And it also does a little back step too, which doesn't make any sense. Like, you'll be going forward and then you'll see it go back for a quick second, then go forward. That shouldn't happen. Bad at it, but they tried. Nope, it wasn't pixelating. It's not. Nope. Because that square remained in the same spot throughout the whole run. It was just a quick debunk. All right. What is this? Alien planet outside of our solar system is sending repeating radio signals towards Earth, scientists say. I'm so sick of these. What are they called? Fast pulse, fast waves. What are they? The signal, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I have a video to play. Better than reading. All right, let's play the video. I'm all about the video.
In a groundbreaking discovery, astronomers have found the first exoplanet outside of our Milky Way galaxy. This remarkable find, located within the Whirlpool Galaxy M51, advances our understanding of planets beyond our own galaxy and opens up new avenues for studying the formation and evolution of planets across the universe.
Evolution.
The Whirlpool Galaxy, also known as M51 or Messier 51, is a grand design spiral galaxy located approximately 23 million light-years away from Earth in the constellation Canes Venatici. The discovery of an exoplanet within M51 marks a significant milestone, as it represents the first time astronomers have detected a planet outside of our own Milky Way. The newfound exoplanet is a gas giant, Similar in size and mass to Jupiter, it orbits a star comparable to our Sun, with an orbital period of roughly 3 Earth years. Astronomers utilized advanced techniques, such as gravitational microlensing, to detect exoplanet. The discovery of exoplanet has significant implications for our understanding of planetary formation and evolution across the universe. The detection of a planet outside Milky Way galaxy.
Told you. Good thing I didn't read it. Terrible. All right. I'm going to show you the coolest UFO in history. Ready? This is known as the Concord UFO. Remember this one from 1976? This is the most famous one. Now people are saying it's something on the lens, because when they were zooming in and out, the object moved apparently when they were zooming, something to that effect. But it looks like it's real. It takes off. Booyah. Cool. I didn't see it zooming in and out at that point, did you? See, because it dipped right there, and then so did the object, but then it dipped down again and the object goes up. And it also goes right and left, or right. It's a very good UFO. I don't know if it's real, but it is a UFO. One of the most famous ones of all time. Oh, brother. Share this with you. Grant Cameron on Twitter. The most gullible man on the planet. The guy who goes from nuts and bolts to magic and fairies. Well, anyway, he posted this because who's this guy? The former senior intelligence CIA director of operations. What was his name? I still believe today, from what I know, there are no answers in a sense. The government and the military have no answers. They really and truly have no answers. Yeah, we got it the first time. They may have material. They may have other things, but that doesn't mean that they know what it is that they are holding. And Grant Cameron says, here is the disclosure. Here's the disclosure. Now, can we move on to talking to those who have interacted with the UFO intelligence? Grant Cameron and all the other people who think like him says that this is disclosure. No evidence, just a guy who strongly speaks about having material, but we don't know where it comes from. And Grant calls that disclosure. He's been doing this for years, 3, 4, 5 years, 4 years now, calling this stuff disclosure, that you need evidence, Joe. My name's not Joe. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Joe Mama. Oh! Dr. Hal Puthoff, who briefed Congress on classified info pertaining to reverse engineering alien craft, says the Casimir effect could be used to tap into vacuum-based quantum energy for usage in advanced spaceflight, and maybe ET has already done this. Oh! We'll go out on this one tonight. From the Juan on Twitter.
Okay, one of the discoveries that...
Look how young and beautiful he is. That's a beautiful... He's the most attractive. Well, here's how.
Modern quantum theory is that so-called empty space isn't really empty at all. It's actually...
He's one fugly mother.
Instead
Really.
of being like kind of a quiet, empty lake, it's more like the froth at the base of a waterfall or something. And this energy is basically electromagnetic in nature. And the energy density is quite high. In fact, it's so high that when it was first discovered mathematically, it was thought to be some kind of artifact of the mathematics. But then as time went on, there were even Nobel Prize winning experiments that showed that this energy in so-called empty space was really there. We don't usually notice it because it's so homogeneously distributed. It'd sort of be like sitting in a bathtub with at exactly your body temperature. You might not notice the water. But under certain circumstances, it can be disturbed or perturbed, and then it has effects. As I mentioned, some effects on atomic emission, for example, is what eventually ended up in a Nobel Prize for Willis Lamb of Yale University, and it's called the Lamb shift. And this is a recognition that, in fact, this energy disturbs atoms. So atoms aren't sitting in a void, they're sitting in the sea of energy. So once quantum theorists realized that energy was there, the next question was, well, is there any way to tap it? And it was thought originally...
Stop that.
Probably not. It might be like trying to tap the...
I mean, can you just hand me a pistol? Man, that guy can put a whole colony to sleep. Good Lord. Personality of a wart. You know it's there, it bugs you, but you have to deal with it. Oh my God. Stephen Greenstreet. Boy, he's really going after them. He really is. Look at this. It's the same activists who have been duping and deceiving Congress for years, decades, regarding all this UFO nonsense. And the media, as seen here, falls for it every time. Hal Puthoff, Eleganzo, and others. Let's see what they're saying. Hello. There's no video? Hold on. I don't know what's going on. That's an ad. What's this? Watch this full video. No, 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 no. Wow, this is long. This is a long article. Here we go. No. Do you know what UFO Jesus' name is? Ryan Robbins. Is this Tim Robbins' son? You know what? We'll have to come back tomorrow for that. I gotta go. That was fun. That was so, like, an hour and a half is just so fast. It's the right enough time for me. I really can fit a lot in. Tonight, we talked about, is the government faking UFO situations? Absolutely they are. Without a doubt. They have to. That's how they cover up the technology that they're finding. And unfortunately, I think a lot of those UFOs, as Kirkpatrick noted, have China hallmarks written all over it. That scares the hell out of me. Should you too, in a way. But hopefully we can step up our game. I wonder if our government ever captured a Tic Tac yet. I wonder if any of those have broken down. When I say Tic Tac, I mean China drone. All right, moderators, super chatters, thank you for your hospitality and your generosity. You kept the show running smoothly, keeping it alive one more day. Thank you for that. And newcomers and veterans working together for the greater good of ufology right here, where we speak it all the time. Truthology. Truthology for ufology. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going over to Rebellious Unknown in 30 minutes. Join me there as we will talk about something paranormal and have a few laughs in the process. I'm Rich Giordano for Goof On. Alien bless.
one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.